life shine. You gotta be working to get the woman and the wine. Keep the beat and get your hands in the air. Shuffle the beat cause it's an African affair. Took over the park and our home at St. George's. We're bringing the silverware back on the borders. That's the way of the warrior. That's the way of the warrior. That's the way of the warrior. That's the everyday warrior. Down, coming out of PE town. One drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver, get to Gino spot.
Gino spot.
Get to Gino spot.
Gino spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.
Gino shot.
Get to Gino spot.
Gino spot.
Get to Gino spot.
Gino spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Get to Gino spot.
Gino spot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Center Stage. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gino Spot. Tuesday night, every single Tuesday at 6:30. This is what we do. We tune in to YouTube. Tune in to the YouTube, people, and subscribe. YouTube is the best place to watch this. If you're watching on Facebook, it's okay, but it's a bit cuck. You can actually go to YouTube, and it's actually a nicer interaction because you can comment on Facebook or on YouTube, whichever one you're using. Even on LinkedIn, I think we're on LinkedIn as well. So you can put your comments in the comments, and we can respond live because we are live every Tuesday, 6:30 for Gino Spot, looking at people in Gqeberha, PENMP. Eastern Cape, whatever the hell you want to call it. We can we've got interesting people from all over, and tonight is no exception. So before we get to our guest tonight, we've got a couple of shows. Center Stage is doing a couple of shows, and that you need to know about. The first of which is the Magnificent Seven, featuring Wayne Callis and the All-Star Band, Center Stage All-Star Band, and that is an incredible band. We've been rehearsing for the last 2 weeks here, and it's been fantastic fun there. The guys are it's sounding so good. Huge band, so 11-piece band, and that means like huge harmonies for the Queen stuff, the Bohemian Rhapsody we're doing live, and that is going to be on the 20. Well, we've got two shows that are sold out already, and that is on the 10th and 11th. But then the next one is on the 24th. The 24th of this month, we've got a show at the bowling club. Is that right? Eh? The bowling club at in Central, which I know you're thinking the bowling club in Central. Now, that is the one next to Manville. We've got some safe parking area. They've fenced it all off. It's fantastic, and we've got a nice big venue there that we can use. And we are going to be doing our Magnificent Seven show there. That is going to be fantastic. That venue is going to be packed with people. It's going to be great fun because it's going to be it's got a low seating. That means it's going to be good sound, and of course with that band in there, it's going to be heaving, amazing. And then also on the very next night, the 25th, we have launched a Creedence Clearwater Revival show because my long life mate from Cape Town, my bass player Mike McCauley, is coming up as well to have a reunion of the Center Stage band. And we are going to be doing the Creedence show on the 25th, and that is going to rock. So make sure you get there because that is going to be an amazing show as well. So that's also a nice 6-piece band, rock and roll. Creedence is just rock and roll from beginning to end. I even get excited thinking about it. All right. So on the 31st of May and the 31st, if you're into a bit of comedy, one of the most generous comedians I've ever met in my life, and what a legend, Mr. Barry Hilton is on. Let's see what he has to say.
Hello, my cousins. I have got a great road trip lined up in my new GWMP, EEGQ, or any other letters of the alphabet you want to throw in. courtesy of Fusion. I'm stoked that my new vehicle arrived in time for my road trip to PE for my show at the bowling club on Friday the 31st of May. I'm staying in a wee PE, but I'll be slaying in a PE. Tickets at Quicket or call the world famous Wendy from Centre Stage. Pull in, don't forget the 31st of May, PE Bowling Club. Oh, there's plenty parking and it's all safe. My cousins.
Very. He's going to be slaying indeed, and he's coming all the way up from the Western Cape. He is now in Somerset West, I think he's staying. He was being moved over, but of course he was in PE for many years, and I know that he loves PE. So support that show as well. That's also at that same bowling club on the 31st. So we're going to be there on the 25th, 24th, and 25th. 24th is the Magnificent Seven. 25th is the Creedence show, and then on the 31st, Barry Hilton as well. Of course, we are also waiting for the Volksfeest, which we're going to be doing our big ABBA show on the 29th of June at the Volksfeest. So if you are up that way, we're going to be running the show in PE after that as well. So if you're an ABBA fan with the full ABBA band, big 10-piece band, awesome. So we're going to have a good one. Next week we have Jenny from the Volksfeest coming in. Actually, next week Tuesday on the Gino spot. So you can see the lady that runs this Volksfeest and puts it all together. And we can have a look at the what happens behind the scenes, the cogs that turn every year for the Volksfeest. Amazing event that and huge as well. So many people coming through. So let's not waste too much more time. Tell me where you're watching from. Give us some comments as well. It's lovely to see lots of people on board as well tonight and saying how's it. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you're drinking. Tell me where you are and or anything else you need to tell me, you can put it in the comments. And also, if you have any questions for our guests, which of course is Andrew Briggs tonight. Andrew is with Cyclo Pro, and he's got the most amazing shop there right next to the containers there. And as you're going up, there we go. Look at that. We've done a very nice picture of him here as well. And he's here sitting, waiting backstage. But not before we even get there. We're going to bring somebody on who's been working with him for a charity function that he does every single year, and that's John Berger, our resident chef. And we've got Kim Robertson as well, which is kind of the crazy Kim, and you can bring him right in. Pull in.
Welcome to the show. Now it's your time to shine. We're gonna have a like a chat tonight. Another good time.
Here we go. In
curtain raiser for the fabulous
and
you're actually very brave because for all the typists out there in the 60s, 70s, and 80s that
Yes.
could type 150
Yes.
words a minute. You're very brave inviting us as a quick in and out.
Yeah,
We speak 300 words a second, right, John?
I can't talk with it.
No, but we can speak 300 words a
No,
second. And we
100.
only the curtain raiser for the fabulous Andrew.
We had a little,
and
we
his
had a little,
wonderful
we had a little
cycle shop.
conversation on the phone
Oh, really?
how we need to contain ourselves
Yeah.
because we can both speak the same amount of cuckers.
I know. Could have a whole show with you guys on again. Another. I think we've done 2 with you before as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both
We-
had our
Well, one when I
turn.
was drunk in my back garden
Yes.
when we wouldn't let leave
COVID.
our homes, remember?
During COVID, we had
Yeah.
one, and then
COVID
we thought
one.
we'll get John back on again because he's in a much better place than he was.
So, but the sun's going to shine on Andrew this evening. John and I
Yeah.
are just going to tell you.
Yes.
You shoot first, John.
Tell us, John.
Yeah.
Tell us about
20
the story. I remember we spoke
24
about.
hours for
Yeah,
doing.
Last year.
the first time I was actually on the show,
Yeah.
it was kind of just prior to the first time that I was going to do this.
Yeah.
And that first year was absolutely daunting. And we raised a real decent, I think we raised about 52,000 rand
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
just for animal welfare that
Yeah.
year. And I'm a little bit fitter and in a bit better condition than I was 3 years
Yeah.
ago.
Which is-
Okay.
But we
So the fitness is important.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because he does more kilometers because some people are actually donating per kilometer that he cycles.
Oh, crap. Okay.
So he's
they're putting the pressure
fitter,
on you.
leaner. So the further you'll go.
So yeah. To be honest, I mean, the first year I think it was 428 or 438. You know, it's not really that big a number, but if you think over a 24-hour period,
Well, the Herald is 106.
No, but the parts
And
that
you
get
did
so
it.
sore,
I'm proud
parts get sore.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sure. But no, just give an overview for the people who don't know about it. I know it was in honor of your dad as well.
Yeah.
And you basically ride for 24 hours. Is that you just go?
Look, we ride over a 24-hour period.
Yeah,
So I would say of the 24-hour, I mean, realistically, you can't pedal your bike constantly.
Yeah.
So of the 24-hour period that we ride, I think probably ride for about 21 to 20.
Okay.
You know,
21 hours,
we randomly stop. We start from Cyclo Pro. We've changed it up the 2 previous years. And of course, last year was the most horrendous.
Yes,
We
the weather.
rode
The weather. I remember the weather was awful.
for 12 hours.
It can't be worse this
we
year.
rode into a 60-kilometer
That's the good
east.
part.
Yes.
And the rain and thunderstorm, it was just fun. It was actually beautiful because the amount that the
Yeah, you
scenery
said you
changed,
saw
the owls and the
extraordinary.
puff adders and it was just amazing.
Yeah.
And honoring your dad was always there.
Yeah,
in
well,
your mind,
he
you
doesn't
know?
like me because 2 years.
This year we're going to have spectacular weather.
Yeah, so we do that. We start from Cyclo. The last 2 years, as I was saying, we started doing it in the afternoon.
Okay.
And then we go through the afternoon and then go start the afternoon, do the evening, and then finish the rest of the day.
Yeah.
But we've kind of delayed it this year for a bit. So we're going to be in for a cold evening.
Okay.
Which is why we've decided to start it at 9 in the morning.
Okay.
Get the day done.
Yes.
And then
And
take
then
a bit of
go.
strain through the night and then we're done. And that's Mommy's day as well.
On the
Okay,
12th.
the next
on
day.
the,
Yeah,
on the
on
next day as well. So so we're looking forward to it. We'll be starting from
Cyclo
the
Pro.
best
From Cyclo
cycling
Pro,
shit store.
From his beautiful shop.
They are fantastic, the best oaks, the most helpful, friendly people ever. Love them to bits. They put up with all my fiddling.
I think anybody that owns a cycle shop at this time needs to have like 1 million miles of patience.
I
Yeah.
walk in there full of blood with
Yeah.
ink parts. And
Especially with the potholes. We were all wrecking our bikes regularly.
So so we start there. That's the plan. We start there on Saturday. Sorry, I'll be quick. We start there at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
We'll go through. We're planning on going the first few laps. Keep on going back there. Obviously,
You'll be wearing a tracker. Track my
Yes,
ride.
I will have a tracker
Which will
on
be
me
live
like we
on-
have for the last 2 years, and there'll be a link that will be up on the Facebook page.
Okay.
So
How
you can.
does it actually? Is it an app or something that you?
It's it's an app called Track My Ride.
Okay.
So you can click on the link and you can see exactly where we are, what speed we're doing.
Yes, yes.
So there's no cheating here,
Yes.
man.
Yeah.
Phone say, hey,
We're
hurry up,
focused
yeah.
all the time.
Or if people
Yeah.
want to just come and do a few laps with us or ride alongside
Yes.
us in their cars
Okay.
and offer some support.
Oh,
so
good.
so
Okay,
that,
that's so
that,
cool.
that's why that features there. And then I
Yes.
think because Boo and I ride a tandem, and
Yes.
this one's hoping
What
that
do you mean hoping? I know.
no, hoping that the company will be good, and Barry and I
Yes.
hopefully won't get into a rort because obviously the tandem is called a divorce horse.
She's,
You know,
she's
we-
talking cup because they
and
fight
I-
all day long on the bike.
And my sacrifice, you must know, John, going to a drop handles, I'm like this, staring down Barry's hairy canyon for 24 hours for dogs. And I'm sure everybody out there knows that dogs just enhance, and cats enhance our lives. We they bring me to tears.
I know.
We are collecting money for Missionvale Care Centre for,
Animal welfare.
to look after all the animals out in Missionvale to ensure that they dipped, spayed, neutered. So that's actually what the drive is about.
It's all about the animals.
And
at this
all
time,
about
yeah.
the animals, and as much money as we can for Animal Welfare Society. You know, with COVID, nobody's recovered.
Yeah.
Salaries are low, rentals are high, businesses are failing, and people are battling to keep their animals, and that just breaks us. So this is what it's all about.
We were talking about a simple product called F10, which is an Gene product that they use for the trays to walk into and for disinfecting.
Yeah.
And I mean, the place that anybody should, I've said this every time, everyone should just go there.
Yeah.
And just have a look how much effort these people put into, and it is entirely selfless.
Yes.
And so these guys need constant help. Constant. So we do.
And I know that the
So
horse unit
this
is
is-
out there as well, which
Yes.
Philippa loves to go and.
Yeah,
to
she's
figure out.
wonderful.
Also, but you know, animal welfare is always these things. These charities are always the last to get. You know,
Correct.
if the economy is going badly, they're the last to get.
Yeah.
It's the first thing that disappears.
So we brought on Mission Val as well.
Yeah.
Kim knows
Okay.
more about the Mission Val.
Okay, is it also?
Yeah,
okay.
so Mission Vale, as we know, runs a clinic, and then they offer a home clinic once a week where they would go and visit all the sick people that couldn't get to their base.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
at
Hello,
their
Ollie.
homes, they saw so many dogs that were living in neglect.
Yeah,
The people were doing
okay.
their best with very limited funds. So Mission Vale are in desperate need, and so we're so happy to shine a light and throw money at Mission Vale as much as we can. And it's all for grieving. So anybody who wants to join us and chat about either a lost one, because I mean, this man and his dad had an incredible bond. And how long do you grieve? Well, how long is your person dead? So, you know, we want, for the animals, we're creating a space for you to talk about your lost loved ones. And we just want a successful 24 hours. We ready, we're keen, we're going to do it. We know we're going to battle, but we're not going to battle as much as the hardships of these animals.
With him as
We ride. That's why I'm that's why.
So essentially, I'm the football that has to do the whole 24 hours.
Yes.
I get all these beautiful people.
Yes.
I'll be nice now. My good friend Barry.
Barry's also filming here. The live stream going.
Barry and Kim. And so this year, you know, they've always been so supportive of it in the last 2 years. And this year we decided, let's get them involved and let's get Kimmy involved from the whole marketing. And it's been the best thing ever because she's just got such a beautiful way with words. You know, and another person
people see your heart. I think
yes,
that's
but she writes. You can feel her heart when she
on your
writes.
sleeve.
Yes,
very much.
There's just one other person, you know, that and he's totally behind the scenes. That's my beautiful cousin Andre.
Andre
Yes.
Berger.
Ex-Springbok cyclist. The man's a machine.
Yeah.
Ask Barry about the Herald and what a machine the man is.
He's phenomenal.
He's an
I think he'll
absolute
push
machine,
us.
and he has been supporting me and been with me in the past 2 years, and he's going to be there again. And he's my hero, and he's my inspiration. I love what he does. I wish I had a smidge of the talent that the guy has.
He's incredible.
But he's
There you
phenomenal.
go. But Wendy's asking there, how does one donate or sponsor? I want to donate something.
Yeah,
Mary,
so-
about Floyd. Floyd is just shame.
Oh,
She's just lost it.
Floyd,
Her
yeah, shame. I'm a shame. Floyd was the golden boy.
Yes.
Guys, if you can just visit our Facebook page, 24 Hours for Louis, you'll find it on Facebook, and all the details are there for Give and Gain or for Claire's bank account. And any little bit, any little bit, after all, each little drop really piles up, and we'll be
24
so
hours for
grateful
Louis.
to anything. And to see you out on the roads, either hooting,
Yeah.
driving alongside us, coming for cycle. Are you going to join,
Sure,
Gino?
yeah.
Try join us for a lap or two.
And his Seven Dwarves group, they're coming too. Hey, Philippa, thank you.
Yes, the Seven Dwarfs. Yes, that's us.
Yay!
Philippa, I love to cycle a bit.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
just all about Gina. It's all about getting the people, and we don't want to use up too much of it.
Yeah.
No,
And
bro,
the
it's fine.
best cycling shop
I'm
in
just
the
looking at
world
some of the
gotta
comments
come.
there. Gary's got a couple of comments. Let's have a look at some of these covered in there. Gary Almond said, watching from St. Gallen, Switzerland. Loving the engine, loving the energy watching with the cold. Be lovely, man. Be lovely. Excellent. Vanessa, is that your sister?
Yes, my sister in
Yo,
America.
sissy.
Yeah, and
Well,
Mia
that-
Henry visiting from the UK back in the
Oh,
house.
there's Mia.
Love you,
Mia. Yeah, and look, all the animal lovers, you know.
Oh,
be
absolutely,
attracted
Sham.
to
They've
this
all
too.
been so generous and so wonderful, always getting behind whatever
Absolutely.
we're doing.
And I always think of Carol Ann and
Yes,
Darren
and-
Mann and
And
the
Carol
guys.
Ann just had a very successful, her and Janine Lee and Jennifer Lindridge won the Remembrance Walk.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes,
which
yes,
was
remember.
highly successful last
Remembrance.
month. Yeah.
That's such a good
So
plan.
Wendy and Floydie will be there next year. I know they will.
shame,
And
man.
so we're just holding a space for all these dogs and people that are battling desperately. That just breaks me because there's no loyalty like these animals.
Oh, no,
You put
I
your
know.
head down and they put their head on your
Terrible.
knee,
Oh,
and
no.
you feel so rich, you know.
I know
So
it
we
is.
just want them to keep
Oh,
the animals.
They love unconditionally.
Yeah.
It's true. Animals
So
are just
we're going to cycle and we're
Okay.
going to hurt, but
We're gonna
we'll.
hurt.
I said today that We sit on, for the public out there that don't know a cycling saddle, it's the space of an arm, literally your clothing arm. That's what we're going to sit on
No, yeah,
for
that's the whole thing.
virtually for 24 hours, as John says.
How much cuck we're going to talk in that 24 hours?
That's why I think he's got Barry and I on the tandem. We do end up being quite ugly to each other, especially if he asks me, "Are you peddling?" And then that's the end.
Are you peddling back there?
The stoker always gets asked that. So, but
Okay.
So that is it. And just quickly, what we're going to, just before we, on the day, Andrew and them are in the process of opening up a lovely little coffee shop as well on the left side of the store. But
Good
we're
plan.
kind of invading their space on Saturday morning.
Okay.
And we're going to be selling burry rolls, all stuff that's kindly been donated by spas, and we've got some other gifts from various. I'm not going to mention that.
Yes, she immediately put her hand up.
She's in there.
She's wonderful.
Narissa has come to the party, absolutely, thankfully.
I love
We've
it.
got the beautiful Cindy kickoff from TPO.
Oh, somebody
That's
tag
a
Cindy.
bit-
Somebody tag Cindy and Alicia and Narissa as well, because they must see this too.
We've got the wonderful Olga Hafner. That's so basically
Wow.
they're all donating things within their industry. We've got some other folk as well that are donating, and we're going to put together some lovely hampers. And on the day, we're going to basically try and sell as many lucky draw tickets
Fantastic.
for these gifts. And then after the fact, we will open it up online onto Facebook, and then maybe the following week we'll do the draw on it. So we're trying to just get anything in. So we actually pleading, please.
What's the route?
We're
She's
begging.
what is the route? Have you
And
got a set route?
it is a set route. It's all on Facebook, but to
the
rather explain it,
route
John?
is on Facebook. So basically what we do is we start from Cyclo Pro, we go across Buffelsfontein, we go and we get onto the Glendore Road, onto Scoonies, and we go around the marine. And we keep on
Constantly.
doing that.
Around the marine, around the marine. Up Woomera
4
Road.
hours.
Up Woomera Road.
Well, we're going to change it up
myself.
Admiralty, up South End. But as I
Yeah.
say, he'll be wearing a live tracker, so you can
You
track
follow
to
him.
see us.
And if the wind gets hectic, we might change
Change it
direction.
up a
What
bit,
I did
yeah.
towards the end of last year, I was just so hurtful.
Yes.
I didn't want to see the marine anymore. So I went out towards the Eastcombe way.
Yes.
So we'll put that on when we're going to have live interaction on Facebook. We're going to just let people know.
And
where
we'd
we are.
love everybody to
So
join.
just-
That will be such fun on any
any
bicycle, anything.
whatever you got.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We'll slow down to do your average. Don't
No.
be fearful that
You'll have to,
we'll have to reel cousin Andre Berger, our Springbok, in
We've
because
got
he's
Michelle
going to be with
Enslin
us.
involved again this year,
Oh,
who's
man.
just a champ.
Yeah, she'll be with us.
Carol Ann, there she
Kona.
goes. Thank you.
Um,
Caroline,
oh,
we just
my
spoke
Caroline.
about you.
And we've got young Martin Neft.
Yes.
He'll be there at the end. He's not going to be on his
Thanks,
bicycle.
Tanya.
He doesn't like his bicycle anymore.
Not anymore.
So he'll be on his Harley.
That's okay.
But it's fair
He's
enough.
going to
It's got two
lead
wheels.
us in. Yeah.
He's just at his birthday. He was at my
Yeah,
show the other night.
that's
Martin
right.
left.
So we've got
absolutely.
a lovely group of celebs per se.
Yes, for the end that everybody can.
and we're
come
just
and-
hoping for just out there, guys. Just
Just
speak
a
to us.
lovely carnival
Well,
atmosphere.
I'll certainly come and ride a bit as well.
Thank you.
And
Philip
Wayne,
is-
and
Philip is
Wayne.
keen as
I
well.
want Wayne. I want
Philip is
colours.
keen. And incredible what you're doing. With, thank you, Tanya. Tanya Hemmings, of
Thanks,
course.
Tanya.
Gary's
Mm,
dear
I
one.
love you, Tanya.
My old schoolie.
Yeah,
I was in
she's-
high school.
in
Yeah,
high
we
school with-
matriculated
okay,
together.
well,
Gary
yeah.
knew that.
Yes. And so just the date again.
This Saturday
Saturday.
coming, the 11th. We start at 9 o'clock. We're starting at Cyclo Pro.
And you're going to end at then 9 o'clock. the
9 o'clock
following
Sunday
Morning,
morning outside Cyclo
On
Pro
Mother's
again.
Day.
On Mother's
morning.
Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
We'll get up
I'm in a bit
early.
of trouble, but anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, Bronwyn's been marvelous. Bronwyn, you've been such a star,
Yeah.
so supportive.
So guys,
Sure,
please
we'll
just
come.
open up your hearts. Just get on your bike. Get in your cars. We don't care.
Oh, there we go.
guys
Samantha
are all
Mountford
awesome.
says I'll sponsor some Fitch and Leeds
Oh,
hampers.
and,
Oh,
and,
bless
she,
you.
and she's
Thank
organizing all our energy
That's so
dropper.
kind.
Oh,
Love
nice,
it.
nice.
So we can
Samantha, thank
raffle
you.
those as well.
Yeah,
Thank you, Sam.
thank you, Sammy.
You're so kind.
Fitch and Leeds, one
Thank
of our
you.
sponsors here as well, you know. So I can
Yes.
she's right behind you here. Yes.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Susie, I love cycling.
Mr.
says
Clement,
Ryan
you're an
Delphin.
absolute star. He's my
Oh,
lifelong
And we
friend,
love you,
Dad. I
Ron.
him
Come
to
ride
bits.
with
You're going to
us.
watch him coming around his place every...
So
Yeah.
Michael
He,
stands.
he mustn't comment though. He likes to say when
He
we're
does.
riding a breast. It's okay. We
But
are
thank you.
naughty sometimes.
Guys, fantastic.
Blessings. Thank you for this
it's a
allowing us.
pleasure, and-
Andrew, thank you for letting us hijack
Yes.
your spot.
So you can now
Best
you're gonna have to
cycling
spend
shop.
more time,
Thank you, Andrew.
And what about the, I mean, how about donating, about the money? What about the money?
Okay, so basically we have one thing to say. We need you to
Shut up!
Okay, now Andrew's gonna clean that caca.
All right, let's get our guest
Yes,
on.
no,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you, love you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do the little intro again, Gary. We'll do it. Our guest tonight, Mr. Andrew Briggs. Go sit in this chair here. We can take that one away, actually, if you want. There we go. Andrew Briggs, lovely to have you on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Shit. No, we got
telling
money.
you.
It's money all over the place.
There's more.
They printed out a whole. It's counterfeiting.
I didn't realize you could photostat this stuff.
I know.
So
The,
you're gonna-
the police are going to be on to me. I think move across a little bit there, Andrew, or get in the middle of the screen. Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's
Move that
more,
other chair out there if you want to.
there's more
There we
energy
go.
coming out of those two than Madupi.
Yeah, no, it is. But fantastic to have you on.
Thank
You know, and I know I've popped in your shop a few times. Actually, bought the bike
Yeah, absolutely.
recently, and it's been fantastic. I've got that little Scott. When I started my mountain biking, Sergeant, because I've been a roadie a bit, you know.
We converted you.
Yeah, you did. You
Yeah.
did. And but I've been hearing, you know, we always say, okay, well, Andrew Briggs in this week. Oh, he's an accountant, you know. They
Yeah,
always
yeah.
say that. Is that one of the
In my
things that-
second life.
Hey.
Yeah, my previous life. was
So you did
accounting,
accounts?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
did accounts.
But I mean, I started working in bike shops in standard 8, grade 10. So
Oh,
it
wow.
wasn't a complete change. So, I mean, you know, born in Cape Town, working in bike shops in Cape
Yeah.
Town for a while. So I think it was always going to be something in cycling.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
just
yeah.
depended like in what kind of fashion it was going to be. But,
Okay,
you
so
know,
it was, and so you started cycling young then, obviously.
Yeah, yeah,
was
yeah,
your dad
yeah,
into
yeah.
it? You,
well, I think when you're born in Cape Town, like the August Cyclo Tour is like part of your life. So eventually you're going to do it.
this is
you
what
know?
they tell you.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
say, Gino, you got to do the August. And I
Yeah,
haven't done it yet.
absolutely. That's
So
the next one.
they'll win, eh?
We'll put some slicks in your
Yeah,
mouth.
no. I got my.
And
I
take
got my
John
roadie.
with you. Yeah.
I was lucky enough to get Brent Cunningham gave me his old he had I call it the juice bike. It's the Armstrong the Armstrong Postal Services bike you know, from 2009
day.
whatever it was.
Yeah,
We
it's
won
fast.
his last juiced Tour de France. So I got that, and it's great. But I got into the into the road stuff. So were you also into road? Were you
Yeah, back
cycling
then
a
I
lot?
think you did everything when you were the lighty.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
rode wherever you could. You know?
Where were you born? Where were you?
Cape Town,
Town,
born and bred. So
Okay.
schooled there, started working in bike shops, did
Okay,
did
so
vac
in Cape Town
jobs,
doing it.
yeah, vac jobs, Saturday jobs. You know, when
Yeah.
you're that age and into cycling, you in the shop whenever you can. You know, you would work for free. You get whatever you could. You get paid in bike parts, things like
Yeah,
that.
okay.
You know, you're happy. You know,
Yeah,
as long as you're
You
there.
fix your bike, you
Yeah,
get it right.
and you're
okay.
tinkering and you got tools and whatever, you're happy. And then, you know, through varsity, use that as a bit of a, you know, the side hustle, some petty cash. When
But
you're
was
at
it-
varsity, yeah.
I mean, when did cycling really take off? Because I mean, it's always been there. I mean, I
Yeah.
know. I mean, like
Yeah.
John was talking about his brother Andre. I remember him racing at school, and
Yeah.
I remember the Benz brothers here at VP.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't know that it's like all of a sudden though the mountain biking thing sort of took off.
Yes.
I remember those
Yeah.
old horrors and those things. That must have
Yeah.
been like 90.
Yeah.
1990s.
That was definitely in the 90s. I mean, in the US, that started out there. Guys were converting old road bikes into mountain bikes, and they were racing down hills and
Wow.
knocking themselves out and just experimenting with a whole lot of stuff and welding them in their garages. So
Yo.
the old stalwarts of back in the day, I mean, they were self-welding things in their
Yeah.
garages and making these contraptions and fat tires.
But
And that just grew from there.
It
Yeah.
wasn't huge back then. There must
No.
have been a time when it just
Yeah.
exploded? Because I just seem to remember everybody.
Yeah, I
being
think
on
specifically like in South Africa, it's obviously with being on the tar, you know, the more people wanting to ride in groups and being safe. So it's been a natural progression from road bikes into mountain bikes.
Okay.
It's, you know, social. Look, you can still, the road is still, we in P are just very lucky still that we've actually got some good roads that are quiet. So
Yes,
the road
yes.
biking is still very strong.
Okay.
And the guys like in Joburg, unfortunately, like you
Yeah.
can't go on the tar there.
Can't
So
go on the tar
so
there.
that's really where it started growing,
What do
and
they
it's filtered
do?
through. No, I mean, I think you're off the roads there before sort of 5 in the morning. So you're riding really early.
Yeah.
But then the guys are now riding more off road. They've got gravel bikes, which is also something that's growing terribly now. It's like massive.
I've seen that now. The gravel
And mountain bikes really taken off. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of mountain bike events. It's difficult to organize road events these days too. So
Because you're going to block off the traffic.
and you've got municipalities to deal with.
Is it your son?
There's somehow got that's my daughters have somehow got into my Facebook account. I've been hacked.
Your daughters are out there, clearly. There's a Dad of the Year award, right?
Yeah. Give some
There's another one. You're the best dad.
good. So I mean that's where it's taken off. And mountain biking, you know, obviously riding off road, like if you've got a good mountain bike, you know, you're riding off road socially, it's massive.
It is, and you don't like the places you can go to. The guys are off. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, John. Can I just say, I saw John John at the end of last year, and my word, he could hardly get off his bike. No, I can tell you, he wasn't looking good. He could barely get off his bike last year. Basically, we were at the finish, and he rolled up to the finish, and he somehow got off his bike. And kind of just stood there. Yes. And we took the bike from him and he said, just keep it. He said didn't keep it. And we didn't see him for a while.
Stored his bike.
Yeah. So we kept his bike for a couple of weeks, and then eventually he gingerly came in a couple of weeks later to reclaim it. But
But
so I must say he's doing something amazing. I've done some long rides in my times, and I've never wanted to ride 24 hours.
24 hours is tough. That is.
So all I can say is, please, guys, donate. He's doing something amazing, and I can tell you, it's also supporting him. He's a great chef.
Yes,
he's
fantastic
a great chef. So
man, my flavor. I'm so. I mean, I think he's doing much better business now that he's doing. He's got this WhatsApp group that he sends out.
The secret foodies group. I don't
know
if
like
it's a
secret foodies group.
group.
Man, I think he's doing a lot better than he did even in his area, because he had quite a small restaurant. Yeah. But I used to love going to Flavor. I miss it. I miss it too.
Yeah. I treat myself every now and again to one of his meals, and that's good. And he's doing a good work. Yeah.
No, he is. Yeah. Okay, so just said Cape Town. Where was school there?
Cape Town. I went to Bishops in Cape Town, and then and then UCT from there. And then spent a couple years doing auditing.
Okay, so you did. Yeah. So you did accounts.
I did accounts. BCom. Yeah. Did BCom accounts. Did articles in Cape Town. Sort of that finished all that. Then went overseas for a couple of years, as you do. It's a traditional thing. Did some traveling, and then came back to PE because my wife's from PE. So Julie's from PE, and that's where
was her maiden name then?
Rudman.
Oh, she was one of the Rudmans in PE.
Exactly. Yeah. So Margie and Rob, they started Cyclo Pro a long time ago. I can't even tell you the date, but they started it. So they did all the hard work.
The Rudmans.
Yes, the Rudmans got it going. And
so she was obviously attractive to you because she was in a cycling family.
Cheap pots. She was studying in Cape Town and cycling, so that's where we met in Cape Town. So that's where it was.
What was she studying then?
She was doing sports massage therapy. So she was doing like sports massage for teams. So she's worked on the South African sort of cycling teams and things like that. So she was going,
and she was obviously into cycling
she's done a lot more sort of competitive stuff than I have. She's been to Worlds cycling and stuff like that. And then
we should have actually had her on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I can go next week. So we met in Cape Town, and their family set up Cyclo Pro many years ago and did all the hard work. And I got tired of originally. It was down in Kempston Road. It actually started off. Cyclo Pro started off as dismantled motors.
Oh.
They were a like a scrap
Yeah.
second-hand car.
I
Rob
remember
started
that.
that off.
Was
back
it
then.
with that thing on the top that the
No, he
car?
got there long before my time. So
there was a car on the top of a pole.
I
Isn't that
can't
dismantled
tell you.
motors?
I can't tell you. Maybe
Man,
they can.
Julie,
They'll
come
let
on.
us know. Yeah.
Tell us where that place was. I'm sure there was a pole with a big car on top of it.
I don't know.
So,
It's
yeah.
pre my time, but yeah, it might have been.
Gee whiz.
And then I think Rob got into the cycling game, and
Switched his
it
own-
kind of like morphed into the cycling, and he started that on the side, and
That
then
is
it
so weird.
took off from there. And then they moved up to where they currently are now, on the William Moffat.
Yes.
And when I got tired of auditing,
Okay.
and Rob maybe got a little bit tired of selling bikes and wanted to
Yes.
slow down, then that's where the switch happened.
Okay.
Yeah, so
And
that's it.
I see was because I mean, yeah, accounting that's one route, but it's always going to do you. It's always going to be great
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you.
Look, it's
especially
at a
in
good
business.
base. So you when you're wanting to do something with cycling, I mean, there's no school for cycling, so the
Yeah.
next best thing is to maybe do something with maths or something
Yeah.
with numbers.
Yes.
So at least you can add up the losses at the end of the day.
It's like, but it's a
Yeah.
special kind of person that can go into the. I mean, accounting. You start. My eyes sort of glaze over. I did accounts.
Yeah.
I did accounts for 1 year at varsity as well,
Yeah.
and I thought, no, this
Yeah.
is out for me.
Yeah, well, I wasn't very good at it matric, and somehow I made it through. So I don't know what happened. Something clicked somewhere along the
She
line.
was
Yeah.
an auditor
Yeah.
as well. That's another thing.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, you obviously must have started out then. So, just after school, you said you had a couple of years overseas. Where'd you go?
Yeah.
London? Huh?
So we went to London. We did the usual South West London vibe for 3 or
yes.
4 years. Worked in auditing there.
Fulham or whatever the story is.
It's
It's in South
well, we
Fields.
went. Fulham was too expensive for us. We were down. We started in Putney, where we've got family, and figured out pretty quickly that was too expensive for us.
Oh, right,
We couldn't
well, yeah.
afford that.
Putney.
So then we went down the train line to Earlsfield,
Oh,
which is a bit more in our was on our level, you know.
oh,
So,
really?
yeah.
The greasy spoons were
yeah,
cheaper.
yeah. It's a
Okay.
bit more of a longer commute into town, but we could afford it. And then we house shared there for a while, and we did some traveling before we came back. So
Okay. Was that with Julie as
with
well?
Julie, yeah.
So already
Yeah.
you were already like
Yeah,
a
so
young love there.
that's it. Yeah,
First year varsity was it already?
I think it would have been third
I
year
remember
varsity.
now. It's
Third year
testing you out
varsity.
now.
That wasn't a good year for the marks.
Oh, okay. yes,
But
yes.
so,
But was it good for the
third year
relationships?
varsity. It was good for the relationship, and we're still together.
That's
good.
great.
Yeah, we made it. We made it
Okay,
through.
okay.
Yeah, and then once we just finished traveling, then
Yeah.
we obviously wanted to move back to South Africa once
Oh,
we've
okay.
saved a little bit,
Yes.
and that's
So you
how
got a
we
job
landed.
over there doing accounts as well?
Did accounts over there. Yeah.
Okay.
Came back, also did accounts here locally. So
Uh-huh.
so moved back and did 3 or 4 years in
Who did you
auditing
work for
here.
then? Was it?
At the time, it was BDO and Cape Road, the auditing firm. Yeah,
Okay.
BDO and Grant Thornton.
Okay. Yes, I remember. I've
Grant
seen that.
Thornton,
I've seen
yeah.
Thornton,
So
okay.
I was a manager there for a while.
Okay.
And then, at that time, you decide whether you're going to go like a partner level, or
Yeah.
you're going to stay in it for the long haul, or at that time, always kind of thought I was going to move something into cycling and had that passion still.
Okay.
And at the time, Rob was obviously looking to maybe retire or start to slow down.
Okay.
And I thought, no, now's the opportunity. I'm still, young enough to maybe make that decision
Yes.
to try, take
Yeah.
the risk. And if it goes pear
Yeah,
shaped,
then
it goes pear shaped, then you can still go back.
So
Not completely
calculated-
broke. Yeah.
calculated decision.
Yeah.
But in the end, I
It
mean,
worked
I
out.
think,
Yeah.
and obviously your father-in-law then would have been like, come on, I'll work with you. And
That's it.
Yeah,
Well, luckily
so-
there was a transition time. So Rob
Okay.
was, it wasn't like him leaving and me coming in.
yeah.
It was great that he could, show me the ropes. I did learn a lot in Cape Town, but you need someone to show you the ropes and how
Yeah.
it all works, and just general business and retail. Accounting
Okay.
and retail are
Man.
very, very different. You can
Jeez.
do the numbers, but to
Yeah.
deal with the customers and customer
Stock.
care,
Always
stock management.
freaks me out with
Yeah,
these
yeah.
spas and things as well. There's stock. How do you make sure that the stock is
Difficult.
you're going to
Yeah.
sit there with a whole bunch of stock that won't ever sell, or
That's
what are you going to do?
Yeah. No, it's a constant battle. I mean, stock and cash flow and all those kind
Yeah.
of things with as owner managed businesses. It's always that's the toughest thing. Yeah.
Okay, so and is that? I mean, literally at school, from school to varsity to these, Any other interests that you had along the way? Like any other things?
Yeah, well, luckily, I mean, it gave us the opportunity to get overseas and to travel. So very, very much like into traveling. So we were able to do a lot there. You know, it's so
and travel together.
Essentially based, yeah. So I mean, it's quick. You know, if you're in London, you can go away for a weekend. I mean, we would do silly things like go to Amsterdam on a Friday night and fly back on Monday morning at 3 o'clock in the morning and go straight to work.
Yes.
You know, those are the kind of things you would do when you're
From
young.
the coffee shop.
And your boss can sort of see that you haven't slept that night,
Red eyes.
but everything's good. You know,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
still get away with it when you're young. So, you know, traveling when you were younger was fun, and being in London meant that we could take actually 3 months off before we came back to South Africa, and we got in a van and we did the whole of Europe, which was stunning. So we did a bit of a road trip. We got to see everything, and that gave us opportunity.
Any stories from that trip? Come on.
Well,
There
I
must
can tell
be
you, there were quite a
some
few.
gunk that happened.
Yeah, there's still probably a tent still pitched somewhere in Switzerland.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
Just leave it.
Yeah, we just left it.
Oh no, just like get out of there.
You know, you can only take so much camping, and I think one rainy night we were just in that tent and it just poured, and we got up in the morning and we left it. So we had enough. Yeah, so we donated it.
I can just imagine. I don't get it. I'm just gonna. I'm going. I want to go.
And of course, you don't buy the best tent when you're on a budget. So it was like one of these. Let's call it a decathlon special. So it basically leaked like a sieve.
Oh no!
And we just left it there. So the campsite got a donated tent, and then from there it wasn't Airbnb back then. It was just bed and breakfast. So
yes.
We spent the budget.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Pretty quickly.
Geez, like,
but I mean, it was stunning. We went all the way through Europe, and then we eventually ended up in Barcelona kind of area, and it was stunning.
Spania. You can go ride up at the mountain.
That's it. And we took bikes with us, of course.
Did you as well?
Yeah. Put them on the roof of the little van. Yeah. And we biked wherever we could. So we kind of picked spots where we could bike. And
that's so cool, like that. And also so ahead of your time, because I mean, that's what year are we talking about now?
No, that's we're talking 15 years ago.
That's 15. So 2005. Yeah. Mind you that the bikes were kind of happening then as well.
No, it was still big. I mean, that was still probably just post-US Postal kind of. That kind of time, Lance Armstrong's days.
Horrors and those things.
No, then it was still, some the big brands. It was the Giants. It was the we had, I think, 26s were still in. That's we're talking now, way back in the day. Right. Yeah,
that's 29.
That's 29s. You're going to have the
latest one's going to be 30.
Yeah. No, we were still on 26s back then. So small wheels. We had to pedal a lot harder back then.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But put the bikes on the roof. Did the tour, rode, get to the next stop.
Perfect, man.
It was good times.
It's good and good relationship building, I would imagine as well.
No,
I mean, running a business together is not that easy.
Yeah,
I'm sure we can ask you what's online.
Absolutely. No, she's the boss. So
yes.
Put that out there now. She pays all the people, so if you want to be nice to her, she'll pay you.
All right.
It's like, so we also do events on the side. So we've got a company of which we are a partnership with four people with the Jacksons.
Yes.
And Julie does a lot of that work. So she comes into the store. She does a lot of work for Mountain Events, which is our events company.
Yes, of course, we
done
a couple
events.
of those.
So that
was the Merrill.
Too busy. We did the Merrill City Karma Mountain Bike. Yeah,
I did that one. I went 60 instead of 40.
There we go. Good. You made it. You're still here.
I did a bit.
Yeah.
I thought when you're riding trail, it's like a 90% chance I'm going to get lost. And I saw the split coming.
Okay.
I saw the sign said split coming.
Yes.
So gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But I caught up to the 60s.
Okay.
And then when the time was split, and then time came, I was just like autopilot. No.
Followed the 60.
By the time I got to 40, I was like, "Where's the turn off for the 40, guys?" This is you coming with us to the 60. That was great.
So they got you going.
I had to go all the way.
It's a stunning route, though. I love that part of the time. The City Karma is so stunning. You ride along the cliffs there. It's a really nice.
Fantastic. No, but look, Mountain Events obviously well known as well. The guys have a lot of stuff. What have they got coming now? Is there something?
We've got
on the spot
end of the month. We've got the Great Zurich Trek.
Zurich.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. out
That's
there.
stunning out there. That's a 3-day mountain bike stage race in the Zurich Mountains, sponsored by it's Rubicon. We're a part of that. Cyclo Pro is doing a tech zone for
Glenford.
them as well. Yeah,
Greg.
absolutely. Yeah, no, they've very, very kindly come to the party with this great Zurich trek. 3 days through the mountains there. That's stunning. You actually stay at the Zurich Hotel.
Okay.
So
Beautiful
it's
there
really
too.
nice. Yeah. And then what else have we got after that? Let's think. I've got the calendar in the back of my head. A month after that, we've got a race in Jeffreys Bay, which is great. The Wind Farm J-Bay race. So that keeps us busy on the weekends, you know.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's lovely because you get to see everything around you. If you haven't done a mountain biking trail or a trail run, even, you know, it's just the best thing to do. To
J-Bay has got a run and a mountain bike, and so did this Meryl Sichikoma.
Okay.
We also did a run and a ride.
It was a run. Philippa did the run and I did the ride, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure which was harder. I think the run's pretty tough.
The run was tough too.
Yeah,
It was
halfway
tough.
at the mountain.
But the through those trees and wow, it was wet that day, if I remember correctly. I was
rained that
through-
week.
I was going through flipping huge thing, but that bike worked like a bomb as well. It's amazing with the suspension and things with these bikes.
It does. The technology's come a long way.
How you can ride on those things.
Yeah, and they're rugged. I mean, you can hit some big things with them, and they still come out the other side. Yeah. For how light they are and how strong they are.
Yeah.
It's amazing what they've done.
It is.
Technology-wise.
And so mountain events, when did that start?
Again, oh no, you got me.
Surely will now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe she can tell us.
Yes, you can tell, we can see.
A couple of years ago, probably a good 8 to 10 years ago, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we just got kind of called up by someone in Cape Town to say like that you know that there's a championship and PE has got the opportunity to host it, but they've got no one to organize it.
Okay.
And we've got 24 hours to give them an answer.
Wow.
You know, and we wanted it to come to PE, otherwise we would have lost it. So we kind of
was that the downhill thing?
It downhill and cross country, yes.
My cousin was in the top thing there. She, Nadine Kale, she's still she was riding at that time, but I actually went to watch that. I thought about that.
Yeah. So they gave us like that was it, and we had to make a decision, so we just jumped at it, and that was basically the Jacksons, Brad and Tanya Jackson, and us, and a couple of other people got together, and we said, look, we've got to put this together.
Let's do it.
So we did it, and then it just took off.
Jump in the deep
we
end.
just added to the next one and the next one, and then suddenly it becomes a little side hustle, becomes a company, and then it's every weekend we're busy. So that keeps us busy on the weekends.
I mean, that's and you must learn such a lot from that first one. Must have been like a nightmare.
Oh yeah, no, you got to learn quickly. Yeah. And jumping in with like a national championship, there's rules and regulations, and luckily we'd been riding a little bit and doing some of the events, so we knew some of the rules.
Okay.
But of course, there's a director of rules comes, and they got to say it's got to be this wide, and it's got to be this deep, and it's, you know what I mean. And we're kind of like, okay, well, tell us what to do, we'll do it.
I seem to remember wasn't Greg Ritz the MC?
Yes.
Greg Ritz was out there.
Greg's is the voice of cycling. Yes. Greg's always been involved for a long time.
He's great. I see him every now and again on the trails. I check Greg out there. Hey, how's it?
Greg and I have actually done some stage races together. Funny enough.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we did a little 2-day stage race together. We actually did Dr. Evil Classic together, 3-day stage race.
What's the Dr. Evil Classic?
Yeah, in Plet we did a 3-day together. So we've done a couple of races together. Yeah. No, Greg can ride a bike. Let me tell you, Greg can ride a bike. I even think Greg might have even gone to Worlds, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow. Okay.
He has got handling skills like you have never been seen. You can get him on a bike and he can wheelie and bunny hop anything.
Really?
Yeah. And when he gets into
somebody tag Greg.
Yeah.
Why is this so
tell
weird?
Greg to get back. Greg's got an e-bike now.
211, she says. There's your
2011.
website.
Okay. 2011.
2011. That's his start.
Yeah. Greg's got an e-bike now, so he's back on the bike. And his son is actually quite a mean rider. So now he needs an e-bike to keep up with his son, because his son is pretty fast. Connor rides him sticking. So now he needed an e-bike. Came in there, he's like, I need an e-bike now because he's got to keep up. So So at least he's back on the bike.
Have you got kids?
I do. I've got my 2, which is my Facebook.
I see the active Facebook.
Yeah. Caitlin and Sarah, they keep us busy.
How old are they now?
Yeah, they're 12 and going on 10. So
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah,
You're just
yeah.
heading into that whole teenage thing. You're gonna give them hell.
well, I mean,
Caitlin.
they're 12 and they can get into my Facebook page.
Yeah,
so
already,
it's
you're
dangerous.
already.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell us how the tech
Oh
goes.
my
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's 12. So that was like 2013.
Yeah, so we had moved
you
back
know,
to PE, and then we started the
Yeah,
family.
family
moved.
after
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And the reason, I mean, you didn't think of staying over there, or you know.
No, I think our
Staying
plan
in
was
Sydney.
always to kind of
Yeah,
go over there, make some money, get money for a deposit for a house, and then
Okay.
come back and then set up here. That was the
It's
end
a-
game.
it's a
Yeah.
good
So
plan.
it was a good, it's always good to,
Yeah.
get that little bit of head start.
Are you a
let's
bit of a
put it.
goal setter like that?
Yeah, I'm pretty driven. Pretty driven.
driven,
Yeah, I
so-
work probably too hard. But I think our plan was, we gave ourselves like a fixed period of time there. We
Yeah.
said we would be there for like 3 years. We would save as much as we can.
Okay.
So I mean, we were saving every bit of money that we had, hence the Earlsfield.
Yes, yes,
yeah.
yeah.
Not the
Oh,
Fulham,
for
for
you.
sure. We were on the budget.
Okay.
But we
Okay.
came back able to put a deposit on the house, start the family,
Wow.
so that was the game.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we came back to PE because obviously Julie's folks are here.
Yeah.
Wanted to be close to family.
Yeah.
And then my folks have actually subsequently moved up to PE as well now. So it's
Oh, from Cape Town.
all up here. Yeah.
Well, they must
Yeah.
be coming against the traffic. Going.
Oh, no, they come to a small town. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
They'll score. I'm telling you, because PE
Yes.
is still gonna be put on the map.
Yeah. And I can fix the internet a lot easier from here.
Yes.
Yeah, because I was like,
yes.
I was on the phone. How do I fix the
The
internet? I
D
was like,
Stevie.
I can't do that
The
over the
D-
phone.
I've
Yeah.
lost my D Stevie remote.
Yeah.
Andrew. Can you come and fix this? Blimmin' D
Yeah.
Stevie's not working.
Yes,
I've got it, and I'm just pushing all the buttons.
that's it.
And
And
then
the internet never worked, and I could never fix it. So now they're here, and I can fix it for them.
magic.
Yeah.
I see Gareth Burley's just put a comment there. How's it, Gareth? Nice to see you online as
Yes.
well. He was on my show just recently.
Absolutely, legend of a
Um,
commentator. I
Thank
think
you for
he
all you
helped
do
us,
for
yeah.
the city. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. Guys like you. I mean, this mountain events is amazing. I know with it's Big O as well, and
Yes.
I know there's
Yeah.
Sheena as well doing stuff.
Absolutely.
But it really it really does help the whole city to have these events.
Yeah.
Because they're amazing. They're beautiful. You go there. There's a whole bunch of people. Then they're loving being out in the
Absolutely.
bundu,
Yeah,
And
I
this is
think
how,
we're very fortunate in our city
Yeah.
to have these outdoor spaces. Like
Yeah.
we've got our green belt, our valley, our
Yeah.
Parkins Valley,
Isn't it
right here in
beautiful,
town.
right here?
We've got some quiet roads for the Ironman, and
Yeah.
road cycling is
It's
great.
good, yeah,
We
yeah.
can, and then within half an hour you can be at Three Rivers Trails, on Thornhill, and the
Yeah.
other side in Addo is not far away for that. So
And
I
it
mean,
was
we're
a
very
beautiful-
lucky within
The wind farm you were talking about.
absolutely. So
Van
all these
Staden's,
trails are very close to town. So
Yeah.
we're very fortunate.
Crossways.
Absolutely,
one?
yeah.
Yeah,
Crossways and
yeah.
Three Rivers Trails, the Paddy Gills out there are doing amazing
Yes,
work.
yes,
and,
incredible.
and generating trails out there, and that's going to become a destination.
And you go there to Crossways or and there's like I don't know 10 trails or something you can take. I don't know,
It's
maybe
massive.
more.
I think you can do 80 to 100 k's out
Yeah,
there if you wanted to.
easy.
You can get lost.
And you can run or you
Yeah.
can ride or you can do,
Yeah.
and it's just beautiful. You get a beautiful coffee shop, restaurant there.
Yeah, great.
And
Absolutely.
and you,
Yeah.
you go out from there, you get back again, and make sure you're hydrated and stuff. But it's safe as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
and it's beautiful.
Yeah. And Fat Tracks for that matter as well. I mean, they look after the valley tremendously. I mean, they maintain all those trails. We're very lucky to have them.
Yeah.
Their membership fees for the year goes into employing people to cut the trails in the valley, and if they weren't cutting those trails, I think it would be a mess. So they keep
Yep.
the trails open so that dog walkers can walk,
Yes,
runners can run.
Achilles
We can-
runs through
we
the
can-
valley
we
here,
can-
yeah.
We can go ride there. So they're doing amazing work keeping the trails
it's
open
for
and
everybody. It's like
generating,
literally
Yeah.
they're volunteering their time and their energy, and they're working hard on these trails right in the valley here, in the middle of the city. Anybody can go there and from our place here, bottom of Thomas Road here, right the
right
way
on the valley, absolutely.
up to
Great.
past Dodd's Farm and on. It's
Yeah.
the most beautiful
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
What's your
We're
favorite
lucky.
trail to ride and favorite to mark? He says.
Favorite trails in P, I'd definitely say Three Rivers.
Rivers.
The Pattigills on that side there have done amazing work.
Yeah.
They're generating trails like never before. I think it's going to be a destination. You know.
How do you get there? Where's
So Three Rivers is at Thornhill, so that's 20 minutes on the N2 from us towards Cape Town.
So Woodridge side.
They're on the Woodridge, just past Woodridge on the other side of the bridge. On the right hand side as you're going out of PE. Great trails, single track galore. And we have a couple of races there a year. We have Longmore Classic that starts from there. We do a couple of races, which is great, and they allow us to use their trails.
And they're open all the time, or do you
they
have to
are
get
during the week?
permissions,
No,
or-
during the week they're open. There's a book there. There's a honesty box. You can take out a permit. You can go. And what's nice about their trails is you can go into Longmore Forest. So the permit you buy for their land also gives you access into Longmore Forest. And there's some trails that go up into that stunning forest. I mean, really, really stunning to have that close to town. And then Addo is also special, you know. To get out into Addo, the Hater Brothers have also created some amazing trails out in Addo, the Zurbrug, which we use for the Zurbrug trek.
Yes.
And the single track. And there's some really nice trails out there. You know, if you've got a full day or a full 2 days, camp out there. They've got some camping. You can do the trails, take the kids. It's really nice and safe out there. So both of those guys, marking, marking is marking. Marking takes forever, and these days you need like blinking signs with arrows and all sorts of things.
Especially with people like me.
We have to try marshal everyone in the right path. Marking takes forever. Like it's a 3-day marking exercise for some of these events. We get out there 3 days before and we start putting out these little orange stickers. You're sick of orange stickers by the time we get to there. Taking them on and off is a mission.
Because you got to take them off again afterwards.
We have to. We don't want to leave them on because the farmers have very kindly let us go through their land, and we just want to leave it like we got there. So every single orange sticker comes off.
Razan, nice to see you as well. Razan and Mark, of course, up at
he's a full cycle. We work closely with Mark.
He's a legend. He's helped me out with my road bike. You guys do my mountain bike, and he does my road bike. And what a legend! Lovely guy.
He says camping in Hatedale, especially with the kids. What's nice, I mean, you can go there. They'll put up a tent for you. You can reserve a tent. They'll put it up. It's got 2 little beds in it, for instance. There's a swimming pool there now. And it's nice. The kids can run wild. That's the nice thing. They can have their bikes and they can just run wild, and it's 45 minutes from PE. So it's a great place to go stay.
All these places. And just like I said, you know, if it wasn't for people like yourself that are bringing people out there, nobody would know about it, you know. It's a case of marketing.
Well, I think it works for us to have an event there, and hopefully we, tell people about the location. So it's always nice, like 3 Rivers. You know, they can go and ride there during the year, and they can go to Hatedale and camp. And Zurbrug Hotel is stunning as well. I mean, if you ever wanted to do like a little training camp or a weekend away and do some serious riding and some training, base yourself at the Zurbrug Hotel. I mean, there's like days and days of riding up there. It's stunning.
Lovely. It's always been a beautiful area.
Okay,
now with the shop. Okay, so you took over the shop from your father-in-law. You know, it must have been a bit of pressure there as well. I mean, and what is the focus at the shop?
I mean, it's changed over the years. I mean, we got to move with the time. So I mean, back then it was obviously Rob's been very much into everything: road biking, mountain biking. My passion has been a bit more mountain biking side. So I think Cyclo Pro has always been like a more mountain bike focused shop. Although we do road and triathlon, but a lot of mountain biking, that's our core. We specialize in that. And then, when e-bikes started coming along, we had to now start getting e-bikes getting in. And we've had to learn electronics, and we've become electrical engineers.
It's getting the capital to get those bikes in, because they are expensive.
Look, the technology is new. There's still a premium on that technology, but they are an amazing piece of machinery. I must say, like the amount of power that little motor there at the bottom bracket can put out, and the amount of Ks you can get out of the battery. You can get 100 kilometers out of an e-bike these days.
Jesus.
So we've had to, move with the times, and I think over the last couple of Decembers we've sold more e-bikes than normal bikes. So it really has taken off, and it makes cycling fun again. That's the nice thing about it. Someone who doesn't ride regularly can get on a bike and enjoy it.
And keep up with the
absolutely
with the pack. I mean, I know as you get older as well, it gets more difficult to get on that bike and go. But then e-bike is then just helps you along just a
Absolutely.
little bit.
It can get younger people in. It can keep older people riding for longer.
Yeah.
People that are not cyclists can ride with family members that are cyclists, and that's the nice thing.
Tell me
about it.
how this thing works. I mean,
Yeah.
how does this e-bike work? Because I haven't ridden one. I've seen plenty, and I can check. Is it how's it controlled? How's it how's it?
So a true e-bike is a pedal assist bike. So there's lots of e-bike things out there which are not pedal assist bikes. So an e-bike would be something where you have to put pressure through the pedal. So you have to actually be pedaling and pushing power, and then it just magnifies that force.
Okay.
So if you push lightly, you can adjust your assistance level, and it'll just magnify that. So it'll give you extra boost. But the pedal still have to
So
be
you got a
tuning,
pedal.
not a throttle. Yeah.
Okay.
Throttle would be something different.
Yes.
There are a couple of e-bikes out there that are throttles,
That's
but
right.
that wouldn't be, I would say, a true pedal assist bike.
Yeah.
So we stick away from the throttles. We just do what we call pedal assists. And then you can choose how much assistance you want. So if you want to work, you use a lower assistance level.
Yeah.
And if you want to keep up with your mates who are putting you under the pressure, the thumb there, then, you just use a little bit of a higher assistance level, and you can change that as you're riding, and you can decide what assistance level you want. So, it's got a battery and it's got a little motor in it.
Yeah, there was a motor drive the where the pedal is.
Generally, they're called mid-drive, so that you can put it in the hub, but generally most of them are in the middle of the bike. What they're trying to do is just keep the weight as low as possible, so that the handling of the bike's not compromised. Keeping the weight low, while you ride it, you want it to feel like a normal bike. And that's where a good e-bike over a bad e-bike will make the difference, is that you want it to feel like a normal bike. That you've got fit. Yeah.
I wonder if it wasn't a legislated thing or something with the pedal assist, because I mean, if you're pedaling, it's a bicycle still as opposed to a motorbike.
It is indeed, and that's where the throttle comes into. So anything that can, I'll stand under correction, but I have read some of the Road Traffic Act, if I'm not mistaken. But anything I think that can self-propel above 6 k's an hour would be classified as a throttle assist moped. Okay,
yes.
And
you need a license.
You would, yeah.
With a bicycle, you don't need a license.
No, so you don't. So which means that you can ride it, for instance, on a pavement, and you can ride it on a trail. So obviously they don't want motorbikes.
The warmer cops that I came across the other day. You can't ride yet. It's a public place.
It's a public place. Yeah.
but
officially, I think the e-bikes.
It looks like
normal pedal assist bike can go anywhere a normal bicycle can go.
Yes.
So, and then obviously we regulate it from a power point of view. So how much power it can put out.
Yes.
And also from a speed point of view. So. We follow the US regulations where pedal assist bike can give you assistance up to 32 kilometers an hour.
Oh.
Yeah. Some of the road bikes, can go up to 45 k's an hour,
wow.
But on a mountain bike, it's 32 k's an hour.
I mean, if you go in on a road bike, you can get to those speeds under normal pedal power.
Yeah.
But so it will only take you to 32, then you got to pedal more.
Then you're under your own steam.
Okay.
And it becomes heavy. So yeah.
I'm sure they're excellent chippos.
There are ways and means. We won't go into that, but there are ways and means. And when you get overtaken at 50 k's an hour, it's probably one of those means. But
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's so a lot into the e-bikes now, but I mean, I know you guys do setups and stuff as well.
We do. So I mean, we do a full hog. So we've got a full service center as well. So we'll fix your bike for you.
Yes.
We'll sell it to you. We'll fix it. We'll set it up for you.
Yeah.
So that's part of the. I think nowadays with online shopping, you've got to give value add. So the guy who's coming into the store, it must be an experience. You want the look, the feel. We want to set it up for you. So we'll get you in a jig. We'll get you on the bike.
Yeah.
We'll adjust it. We'll set your shocks. We'll do the full setup, make you comfortable. And if you're not comfortable, we'll make it comfortable. So setup is becoming a big part of it. The bikes are getting expensive, and you want to have a proper setup done. When you're buying a new bike, you want to make sure that you've been set up right from it. And then, you want to take it to a place that can service it post-purchase. So we've got all the spares for the e-bikes. We've got all the spares for the normal bikes. We can service it. Maurice, our workshop manager there, runs a very tight ship. And
yes, I've met Maurice a few times there. Fantastic.
So he looks after our workshop. and he's got a big team behind him there. So our workshop is probably about 8 strong. So we run a workshop and they'll sort all these things out for you.
So a big staff there then as well.
Yeah, I think we currently got about 13 people in total. So I mean, a lot of it's in the workshop because that's going year round.
Yeah.
And then in the front we've got a couple of guys, Kurt, myself, Owen is in front. And then we obviously started, as John said, we started a little coffee bar in the corner.
I like that.
Yeah, that's
Because
just
I
to
love
get.
coffee.
Yeah, I mean we've got the valley right there. So
Okay. Yes.
the
perfect.
valley's right there. We wanted people to be able to have a starting and finishing area if they want to come and meet there. You can start with a coffee, do a ride in the valley, finish. So on a Saturday we'll have some eats. That's the idea, and kind of get
Bit of
people into the valley. Exactly. Yeah. So if they want to come watch a race or come chit chat or whatever, we've created a corner now for that, so they can come and relax.
Oh, that's magic, because it does add to the whole thing, you know. And
we're looking for feet through the door, so the more feet through the door, the better.
And I'm sure that I mean, with your dad going from scrap parts, your father-in-law going from scrap parts to cycling, to eventually the cycling is going to become a huge coffee shop.
Yeah. Well, we know
Makes
Wayne's
that-
doing very well with his coffee shop down in the beachfront. So I don't think we'll ever get to that point.
Wayne Pfeiffer was
Yeah,
on
yeah,
as well.
Yeah.
Yo, what a legend too.
Yeah, so I don't think we'll ever get to that point. I mean, we just want to make toasted salmons, not the full spread. Yeah.
Do you guys get together, or I mean, as a thing? I mean, I know it's often competition, you know. The competitors around.
Look,
town.
we are competition, but we all speak to each other, and we all help each other out where we can. So if I don't have a part, I'm going to phone Wayne.
Yes.
Wayne doesn't have a part, he phones me and Mark and everyone, and we work together throughout the town. So
good.
I think everyone's on good terms. We all try to keep our customers happy. You know, I mean that's the whole thing.
Yeah,
so if I don't have a part, we'll get it from him, and if he doesn't have a part, we'll get it from him. So we work together quite quickly. There's no reason why we need to get into politics and stuff
for sure.
like that. So
And
it's healthy competition.
It is, it's good.
Yeah.
And everybody, you know, it's all about relationships, I'm sure, as you know.
We always need a favor at one point.
Yes,
So
everybody's going to need it.
We're all going to work together. That's the thing. And what's nice is we've all got kind of our niches. Like some people will do more road biking, and some people do more mountain biking and triathlon and things like that. So we've kind of found our kind of customer, clientele, and we try to service them to the best of our ability.
Oh, amazing. Now, anything that you could say that or maybe Julie could help us, is something that people would be surprised to hear about you, like, or something that you could say, I didn't know you could do that. One, that you're a CA. I mean, that's another story.
Yeah, that's it. What else? I don't know. Like, I'm part of the neighborhood watch. I don't know. Yeah. So that keeps me.
Security.
Yeah. Somehow got roped into our local neighborhood watch.
Nice.
I'm the chairman of the neighborhood watch for Fern Glen.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
That you ever
That is something.
someone.
So if I wasn't busy enough, you can call security.
The security is there. He's got a stick. Or
So
something.
that's it. So together with Fern Glen and Sunridge, we're up at night sometimes, doing a bit of patrolling.
Fantastic.
With
Good.
our oaks. So that keeps us busy. Yeah.
You've got to do that.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get into a little thing that we call the getting to know you section.
Okay.
We're going to get to, it's just got like it's straight crazy questions.
Yeah.
You can
Get to know you, get to know all about you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. The most physically painful thing you've ever experienced in your life.
I can tell you now, it was about actually it was probably breaking my leg.
Oh.
Yeah. So and that would have been route marking with a motorbike and pulling the front brake of a motorbike and landing underneath it. So that was pretty painful. That was a week in St. George's. Yeah.
Jeez, a week in St. George's.
Week in St. George's.
Like bones sticking out. Oh my God, I couldn't even think about it. And what is the luckiest thing that's ever happened to you?
Oh, that's interesting. I think the luckiest thing. I mean, apart from being blessed with a wonderful family, and wife who's very supportive, and the kids, which I adore, is probably been given the opportunity to do a career in something that you're passionate about. Yeah,
hey, isn't that amazing?
Yeah. So I
From
think
when
a
you
lot
were
of people
young-
are able to make a living with their passion, and lucky enough that I've been able to do.
I mean, starting
yeah.
so young with yourself, like you said, school and doing cycling and loving the cycling from such a young age as well. That's it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Did you ever? What did you at school? I mean, there weren't many cycling at school, surely.
No, well, they were. That's the thing. That's what
Yeah,
got me into it. So I mean, in Cape Town, when they were still getting 35,000 people at the August. So
Wow,
you know, if you're in Cape Town, you're gonna do the August.
So you did
It's
August
like,
every year.
Pretty much. I think my mom started, and then I was like, well, I don't want to be left behind. So then I joined her on a couple of training rides, and then probably I don't know how many I've done, but I've done a few Augusts.
Yeah. So your mom rode.
She started it actually. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. She started doing the August, and then training in Cape Town in early mornings, like 6 o'clock. And then I decided I would join, and then I did my first one with her, and then the second one I left her behind. So,
I'm sure she absolutely loved doing the riding.
We did one together, and then after that, I was the typical competitive person, and left her behind.
Bastard.
Shame, I know.
You're a bastard.
I know, but she's
Think
got an
about
e-bike
it
now.
now.
She'll get her revenge.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. She's still
She's
up and
on
going.
the e-bike, so I'm pretty sure she'll take me for the next ride and absolutely whip
his ass.
Yeah.
It's nothing the mother likes more than riding with her own son.
Yeah, on turbo.
Please, you've got to make sure that she actually needs to have a couple of rides with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Any social situations that you dread?
Well, accountants are not normally known for being
social.
Yeah. So
you're not out there.
Yeah. So coming from an accountant to now dealing with a multitude of different personalities in the retail world was quite difficult. That was probably the most difficult change from accounting to retail.
Yes.
And trying to read people and trying to get along with personalities, because I think personalities are gone from here to here. Yes. And it's widening.
Yeah, it is. It's not getting any easier.
There's a lot of different personalities out there. So dealing with different personalities from being a number cruncher is probably the most difficult. So, I'm still learning.
Would you say that? I mean, you're quite a people person from what I can see, but maybe it's a learned
I think
condition.
It's 15 years. Yeah. Certainly straight out of accounting, you're sitting at the desk typing numbers and you don't want to see anyone. Get
away,
in an office.
I'm good time.
But I think that's the main thing. Networking.
Yes.
Networking is important these days, and being sociable.
Well, particularly in the cycling circles as well. It's got its own community.
I mean, there's a pretty tight community in PE, but I mean, we're very blessed with our customer base. That's great to us. They're supportive. They're loyal. John, for instance, has been very supportive, and those type of customers, they look after us well.
I like the way you put the bikes just outside the shop on the racks there, so when you come past, you can't help but look at the bikes.
And the eye candy.
Check at the bike. Check at this one. This one's lekker.
This one's good. That's where you found your bike. I got you at the door.
Oh, my soul. Yeah. And in which ways do you sabotage yourself?
Which ways do we sabotage ourselves?
Judy can also help with this stuff.
Look, being too passionate sometimes, because when the new tech comes out, we're still a bike person by personality.
Yes.
So
buy shit that you can't sell.
Sometimes we buy stuff that is for us.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So like we're buying it for stock, but somehow it lands up on my bike.
People aren't buying this.
No, it just somehow materializes from just being in stock to being on my bike.
Yes.
So
and there must be such a lot of money in that stock that's sitting in the shop. It's amazing.
Look, that's we've got to have it to sell it, and people like to look and touch and feel the new stuff. So we got to keep up with the times. We got to have the new stock. I've got to test the new stuff, so it's often got to come onto my bike for a reason.
Of course, just to test it. Just a little test. There we go, buying new gadgets. Wayne,
that's it. He's Mr. Gadget Man himself.
New stock. Stock, yes.
You want gadgets, Wayne's your man. He's got every gadget under the sun.
I'm sure. Yeah. And but not only the bikes. I mean, it's all the gloves and the freaking bottle holders and the
That's
bottles.
it. Once you're in it, you've got a
Jeez.
permanent Christmas list for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So you just send your family in, and then we'll.
He doesn't sleep as he loves working too much.
I
Do you,
know,
do you,
yeah.
do you battle sleep?
No, I work too hard at night.
You just
Yeah.
go late.
Night is admin.
No, bro. Oh, you got it. You can't. This is the only gap you get.
That's it. No, we work on the shop floor during the day and nights for admin. Yeah.
How old are you now?
I am. Oh no, you got me now.
Okay.
Makes me about 42.
42. 42.
Yeah.
42. No. You still got you got to take your accelerator off the work a little bit, and enjoy your life. Otherwise, you're gonna miss out on all that shit.
No, we try. We work when it's warm weather.
Yeah. Okay.
And we take holiday when it's raining.
When it's cold.
So June, July is our time for.
So you always go out when it's crap weather. Robin.
Yeah, we go.
Robin says we support your store because it's the store you'd be enjoying your moment.
Thanks, Robin, yeah.
Thanks, Robin.
Yeah. Sure. Thanks for the support, Robin. Yeah.
I see, according to his photo there, he's put on a little weight. I see.
Yeah, that's the problem with working at night and not being able to get up in the morning to ride in the morning. But I go through phases. So what I'll do is I'll enter myself into the most horrific race that I can to scare myself into training. So that's what happens.
Oh no!
And then generally it gets to the point of no return.
Yeah,
and then you really have to train.
You got to train your stuff.
As long as you're entering a competition, that's what gets me going. The
well,
fear.
late nights are going to do you no good,
Yeah,
Andrew.
I know. I need
Andrew,
to
you've
get back
got
on the bike.
Yeah, and I mean, being in the bikes, I'm sure you ride. Do you ride a lot yourself now as well?
I try. I go through phases, as I say. Like so like we get to the point of entering something I haven't done, like a 3-day stage race or a long one, and that gets me back on the bike. The fear.
Okay. She's like, no, I'm going to be finished. Because
Yeah.
I always say with the bike, it was different from running in that running. You run and you get tired. Your whole body gets tired. You're breathing like a steam train. You can't. But when you're in the bike, it's almost like your bottom half uses up all the energy underneath, and you don't get to know until you actually fall over.
Yeah. You go until it literally seizes up.
Yeah, it's like, holy crap, boy, what's happened? And I've got no more energy. But you didn't realize it because your brain's still like, hey, you're fine.
That's it.
No, my soul. Okay, your most prized possession, and why?
That's a good one.
I know people don't like to talk about things and stuff, but something that just.
No, I think prize position is building up the business. It was easy for me to walk in. Rob set up a great business, but just prize position in terms of growing it into what it is now. We feel very proud of what we've done.
It's beautiful.
And we're constantly improving it. But working hard and just seeing the growth that we've been able to get has been great. So just being successful.
Yeah.
Touch wood up to now has all been great, and just seeing the growth and that's been great. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, your biggest irrational fear about that.
Biggest irrational fear.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Any irrational fears?
Jeez, maybe swimming a triathlon.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a swimmer.
Deep water.
Yeah, I'm creepy crawly.
I'm
at the bottom. I don't know. I did a little triathlon when I was younger, and I think I got swam over for about 90% of it. You're like, your first triathlon, you started. Yeah. Because you started in the front.
Yes.
And you literally don't see anything because everyone
swims over you.
Oh, I don't swim in anything. I can't see the bottom. That's it.
I see Kim's got a comment there. I haven't checked. She's got a long comment. Let's have a look. Cycling's oxygen for the 4 wheels moves the body, 2 wheels moves the soul. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share 24 hours with me. That's a pleasure, man.
Yeah.
Bestest store owner. There we go.
Thanks,
guys, put the fun between your legs. That's Kim
and
for you.
we're so happy that we can support John.
Yeah, for sure.
John came in the other day and he's like got blood all over him and he's just like falling off his bike and we're patching him up and he's like all over the place. So he's fanatical. He's a ball of energy. So we just try to keep him on the bike as much as possible.
No, it's so hectic. Okay, couple more to go. Let's say 3 more. Let's do it. The biggest learning experience you've ever had?
Sure. COVID.
COVID.
COVID and trying to get through COVID, I must say. That was challenging, especially in the retail game because we had to close for 6 weeks. And I think, look, for everyone, I think, everyone, it turned it upside down, especially for the fitness industry.
Yeah.
That has certainly, and it's still still been up and down.
Yeah.
That changed the ball game completely.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same with the music industry in terms of the fact that your events and your things have to get people together.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole thing. It was absolutely nightmare.
Yeah. I'm closing for 6 weeks. Not knowing. I think there were obviously people in the fitness game like gyms and things like that even worse. But that was challenging. We're still coming to terms with that.
Yeah. A career highlight that you're most proud of.
Look, I think studying and passing like board exams is a highlight.
That's a big one.
That's something that they can sort of never take away from you. So that was a long slog.
Yes,
so,
I'm sure.
So doing that and getting that sort of CA title and still keeping it.
Was UCT quite cool? I mean, that whole vibe.
Yeah, it was. I mean, luckily, we stayed pretty close to it. So I used to cycle to.
Okay,
I used to cycle up to UCT and back, as you would if you're a cyclist. But it's a great university. I mean, it's very privileged to be able to be there and to graduate from there.
Okay.
And
Okay. All right. Final question. We've spoken about the proudest moment, but how about where something went completely wrong?
Completely
story.
wrong.
Have you got a story where something's gone wrong?
Completely.
With mountain events or even in the early days, or something
with mountain events, plenty. If you're putting the sign up back to front, you're like, the sign looks like it's pointing the right way, but actually when you turn around and it's pointing the other way, it's a problem. So there's been a couple of close calls where we've had to.
Everybody goes the wrong direction.
They get to the finish. Some of the early races where you're doing a 60 and you've got to the finish line and you've done 20. That's never good.
No.
That's never good.
No, that's not a good one.
That was the quickest 60 you've ever done. Some of the early Herald Cycle Tours.
Oh yeah.
We from a mountain events point of view, we've organised the
You've done a Herald Cycle Tour.
Yeah,
of course. I didn't even realize this was you guys.
with Berna and her Herald team. Really, really great team to work with. But the first couple of them were some really really hectic learning experience.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, we're out there in the. There we go. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to enter for the 80 next year.
I'm going to do the 80 next year as well. I actually, maybe I'll do the 60, but I've been doing the one at 6. Been fantastic.
I've got to get you on the mountain bike too. Now you got a proper mountain bike, so you need to get.
That's at Nanocha.
No, that's going to be Addo, the Polo Club, 80
Addo.
Into the mountains.
Okay, that is a tough one.
We'll give you some packed
Yo.
lunch.
Let's do it.
Some packed lunch. Yeah.
I'm there like a bear. I actually entered this year and I had a gig on the night before and I couldn't get in St. Francis. I couldn't get back early enough to do the race. So I had to give away my ticket. But next year we'll do it.
There we go. Now people have heard it.
I'm there.
Yeah.
But Andrew, thank you so much
It's
for
been a
coming
pleasure.
on.
Thank you so much.
Marvelous.
Appreciate
We've got a giveaway. I don't know, Gary, you want to do the giveaway? We've got fiction leads, some fiction leads that we give away every week.
Yeah.
So we're gonna we'll do the draw and see who's won it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. Remember our sponsors. Our sponsors are Fiction Leads, as well as our internet provider, Grant Pressler. There we go. Grant, you are our winner. We'll get it sent to you. No problem. It's our Rhino.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Very
fantastic.
Cool,
Yeah. Marvelous. And we'll see you guys next week then. And we've got Jenny from the Vultures coming next week. She's amazing. Holtzbein. She's going to be on. And special thanks to Fat Cats as well for our meals every now and again that we get from Fat Cats. The Grace is amazing too.
Right.
And best of luck with the shop and with mountain events. There are amazing events. You guys do a spectacular job. Every single function I've been to with you guys.
Hopefully we'll see you at the next event.
Well, I'll be there like a bear. I'm there. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, don't forget about Magnificent 7. That's on the 24th at the Bowling Club, and then the 25th is going to be the Creedence Clearwater Revival show as well. Both our Magnificent 7 shows are sold out. This is a new one we've just launched and it was a waiting list already, so those tickets are going like hotcakes. So get in there while you still can. Thank you, Andrew. Fantastic.
No, thank you.
And
Wonderful.
we'll
Thank
see you next week.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Relax, sit down. Coming out of PE town. One drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver, get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino